Keshab's venerable mother came to the east door of the room, the same door through which Keshab had entered. Umanath said aloud to the master, "Sir, here is mother saluting you." Sri Ramakrishna smiled. Umanath said again, "Mother asks you to bless Keshab, that he may be cured of his illness." Master, to Keshab's mother, "Please pray to the Divine Mother, who is the bestower of all bliss. She will take away your troubles." To Keshab, "Don't spend long hours in the inner apartments. You will sink down and down in the company of women. You will feel better if you hear only talk of God." The master uttered these words in a serious voice and then began to laugh like a boy. He said to Keshab, "Let me see your hand." He weighed it playfully like a child. At last he said, "No, your hand is light. Hypocrites have heavy hands." All laugh. Umanath again said to the master from the door, "Mother asks you to bless Keshab." Master, gravely, "What can I do? God alone blesses all. Thou workest thine own work. Men only call it theirs." God laughs on two occasions. He laughs when two brothers divide land between them. They put a string across the land and say to each other, "This side is mine and that side is yours." God laughs and says to himself, "Why, this whole universe is mine." And about a little clod they say, "This side is mine and that side is yours." God laughs again when the physician says to the mother, weeping bitterly because of a child's desperate illness, "Don't be afraid, mother. I shall cure your child." The physician does not know that no one else can save the child if God wills that he should die. All are silent. Just then, Keshab was seized with a fit of coughing, which lasted for a long time. The sight of his suffering made everyone sad. He became exhausted and could stay no longer. He bowed low before the master and left the room, holding to the wall as before. Some refreshments had been arranged for the master. Keshab's eldest son was seated near him. Omrito introduced the boy and requested Sri Ramakrishna to bless him. The master said, "It is not given to me to bless anyone." With a sweet smile, he stroked the boy's body gently. Omrito, with a smile, "All right, then do as you please." Master to the devotees. I cannot say such a thing as, "May you be healed." I never asked the Divine Mother to give me the power of healing. I pray to her only for pure love. Is Keshab a small person? He is respected by all, seekers after wealth as well as holy men. Once I visited Dayananda, who was then staying at a garden house. I saw he was extremely anxious about Keshab's coming. He went out every few minutes to see whether he had arrived. I learnt later on that Keshab had made an appointment with him that day. Keshab, I understood, had no faith in the sacrifices and the deities mentioned in the Vedas. Referring to this, Dayananda said, "Why? The Lord has created so many things. Could he not make the deities as well?" Continuing, the Master said, Keshab is free from the pride of a small-minded religious teacher. To many people he has said, "If you have any doubts, go there to have them solved." Footnote: There, to Sri Ramakrishna. Footnote ends. It is my way too, to say, what shall I do with people's respect? Let Keshab's virtues increase 1,000,000-fold. Keshab is certainly a great man. Everyone respects him. Seekers after wealth as well as holy men. Thus did Sri Ramakrishna praise Keshab before the latter's disciples. After partaking of the refreshments, the Master was ready to leave. The Brahmo devotees accompanied him to the cab, which was standing in the street. While coming down the stairs, the Master noticed that there was no light on the ground floor. He said to Umrito and Keshab's other disciples, "These places should be well lighted. A house without light becomes stricken with poverty. Please see that it doesn't happen again." Then Sri Ramakrishna left for Dakshineshwar with 1 or 2 devotees.